Hi everyone, so it's now the day before my standards check and I thought I'd make this little video to show you how I go about planning my route. Now I am going to do a separate video where I'll talk about this in far more detail, but for now let's have a look at the route that I'm planning on doing. So if you want to find this is Birmingham here, and if I scroll down here, the area where my local test centre is here. That's the Maypole roundabout, just there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that's the Maypole roundabout there. And the test centre is here, and it's actually there at the front of the shops, but it's on Hawkhurst Road. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to come out of Hawkhurst Road and I'm going to be using a sat-nav to direct the people. Now I've checked this and the sat-nav is going to tell them to go along there, turn left, over the big roundabout, over the little roundabout. And that's quite a good way to go, because it's quite a hard route to do that. So we're going to come down this road here, the sat-nav's going to be guiding them all down here, and then we're going to turn left onto Hounsfield Lane, and that's the one you'll have seen me driving on in the other video. So that's where the Ford is. The Ford's actually kind of, just going to turn this on so I can see what you're seeing. The Ford is here, so that's where we're going to go over the Ford. There's loads of room down here to pull up, and I can reprogram the sat-nav or talk to him about the Ford. And then we're going to go end of the road, we're going to turn left, go up here, and then we're going to go round here. This is where the drawbridge is. So you see there, it's called, if you want to look it up, it's called Drawbridge Road, and there's a pub which is called Drawbridge Inn. So if I go onto the street view, I'll show you. We're going to turn into there, like you saw in the video yesterday, and there's the drawbridge. So if you don't know about this, I mean most people know about Google Maps, it's no secret, but this is a really useful tool for planning what's going on. For example, if we go the other side of the bridge, it's going to go over here and show you this. There's one potentially awkward thing here which I might show the people. You see how on the floor there's a solid line, which normally would mean stop, but it only really means stop when these lights are on. I've got to check that fact, so I'm pretty certain you only stop dead there when the lights are on. If the lights are off, the line doesn't really mean stop dead, but you would anyway because the view's so bad. So you've got these solid lines meaning keep clear. This one here is a stop. So yeah, that's something to talk about with the people. And if you don't already use this, it's such a handy tool to go around. And I will be doing another video, like I say, showing you me planning this. But, you know, showing you how to plan a route. But this is just me planning my route for tomorrow. So I go over the drawbridge, down this road here. And if I show you this part now, this is where the narrow tunnel is I was talking about. We're going to be turning from here. And you can just about see this tunnel coming from this way. It's a bit of a better view than the other way. It's really hidden. So you can see the tunnel. I'm going to get the people to sound the horn as you go through there, because that's something we haven't done before. And then you go through there, you come out the other side, and at the end, there's something else I can talk about. I'm probably going to go end of the road left, but it says here, don't think you can see it on this. No, there's a sign saying 20 when lights show. It's not on here now, it's quite an old picture, but it says 20 when lights show, and the lights won't be showing, so it won't be 20. Interestingly, if you go the other way, if you go that way there, where the cursor is there, that's where the speed limit actually ends. But they never put the signs up telling you that it ends. So apparently it goes on as 20 forever, and it doesn't, it ends there. Because if you come the other way, you'll see that there are 30 signs. Actually, I think there's one on the floor there. No, it's a slope. There's a 30 sign on a post here. There, it's not on this picture. There's a 30 sign there. It's actually 20 from, 30 here the other way, 20 that way. But the signs are a complete mess. It's been like it for over 10 years now. They've never got the signs done properly. So yeah, that's the kind of thing I used to plan my routes. So quite simply, what we're going to do is we're going to come out of the test centre, which is here. We're going to go down the road, down Hounsfield Lane there, up along to the drawbridge, through the tunnel. Then we'll probably go up here, turn around just after the roundabout, because it's quite a small roundabout, can't really turn around there. Turn around in that, which is Coton Grove. Come back the other way, do the bridge again, do the drawbridge again, the tunnel and the drawbridge, then do the Ford again, which is there. Then we're going to carry on down there, go over the crossroads, a couple of crossroads, and here is Bateman's Lane, which you might know about if you looked on my website. There's a funny story about that. When you turn down there is a really narrow road here. Looks only room for one car, but it's two-way, 30 miles an hour. It's easy to get distracted by the nice views and miss a car coming the other way. So that's the kind of thing I want to do with my people. I want to show them that kind of thing that they haven't seen before. Now, at the end of the road there, if we're running short on time, I'll go right past the Cats Protection League, and all we've got to do is go right back up the road, back at the test centre. It's about 4 or 5 minutes. If we've got more time, we're going to go left, down here to this big roundabout. This is one of the most awkward roundabouts you ever do anywhere, Beckett's Farm. We can then go down the dual carriageway, and that way will take about 5 minutes longer. And if we're still back a bit early, there are other things we can do just around the centre. So if we end up back around here, there's a really awkward junction here where it's a Y junction, but there are no signs at all. And he knows it's there, we've done it before, but so it's a really awkward one. You come out of this road here, and there are just no warnings at all, no end of the road signs, no give way, nothing. You come out and you've got to give way to this road here on the right. So we just kind of know that one, but it's still worth going over. We can go through it that way. We only did that once before. So that's the topic of my lesson, kind of awkward routes, getting used to planning ahead and thinking on your own. So there you go, just a really short video to show you how I plan my routes. Like I said, I will be doing a more in-depth video about this. There's loads of tools you can use, as well as the one where, if you don't know about this, you go down to the corner, and this is Pegman. It's called Pegman. You drag him around, drop him anywhere you want, and the whole of the world pretty much is covered. There are very few roads in the whole world that aren't covered. You get the odd one where they don't cover this part, you might have to skip past it, and it kind of goes past your house, whatever. But normally, every single road's covered, so it's a great tool. So yeah, I'm just about to go out and do my last lesson today, which is, unfortunately, it's a beginner, because I was really hoping to have a more experienced driver. So I could kind of practice what I'll be doing tomorrow. But I've got 2 fairly new drivers, one today, one tomorrow morning, and then I'll go and do my standards check. So it's getting close now. The next video you see will be me tomorrow driving to pick up the people. So coming towards the end now, can't wait to get it done. Still don't feel nervous about it, quite excited about it actually. Just want to get it done, get it out of the way. But if you're thinking of how I plan the routes, this is how I do it. The last route, for example, which I'll show you more in another video, all I did, when I say about keep it simple, you can see the test centre there. I came out, I went round the roundabout, down the road, round that roundabout, back up, and that was my whole test route, just doing that, round and round and round, and they said it was an excellent route because it's simple. And on this route I just showed you, the furthest we'll ever be is kind of here, which is about 2 miles from the test centre. So we're never going to be more than about 6 to 10 minute drive from the test centre, which is how you want it to be. So if you get stuck, then you're not going to get stuck in terms of time. This is the area I mentioned in my other video, Dickens Heath. So I didn't really explain, got the hiccups. I didn't explain why it was so weird when I said it was a weird area. If you look at these roundabouts, you'll see there's loads of funny roundabouts, but they're not really roundabouts, they're more like L-abouts. It's like an L shape, like that. So it says go round, but it's a really weird kind of shape. And some of the exits are quite strange, there's one there. So it's a bit different to normal. But it's a really weird little area. A lot of the roundabouts are really tight. I'll try and show you one, I think this one here. It's got like massive ramps on the approach. Yeah, so on big ramps on the approach, you can easily clip the curb, you're going over it. And the signs are rubbish, considering it's a new area. These signs are really bad. They're sort of pointing backwards and you can't read half of them. So we probably won't go around there, there won't be time, but maybe there will be, and we'll do that in a future lesson. It's important to know, the standards check isn't just a standalone lesson, we will be carrying on with this in the future. So thanks for watching, hope that's helped you. If you do not sure how to do this, just go online, search for Google Maps, and it's all free. And this is the same as the sat-nav I'll be using tomorrow, because it's going to be a Google Maps sat-nav. So yeah, hope that's helped you somewhat, and give you an insight into how I plan my routes. And I'll look out for the other video coming soon. Sorry I'm tripping over my words here. I'm trying to get this film quick, because I've got to go out soon and do another lesson. I've got to have something to eat. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow on the day of my standards check.